Hello guys, it's another beautiful day. My name is Laika. If this is your first time seeing my face, I'm Laika. I provide you with information on how you can immigrate, how you can settle somewhere else, how you can find work, how you can find scholarships, all that. Welcome to my channel. If you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share on your social media channels. So, today let's speak about New Zealand. I'm so excited for this. There's a point-based immigration system when it comes to New Zealand. So if you're wanting to immigrate there, what are your goals? What are your goals for immigrating to New Zealand? Are you wanting to go and settle there? Are you wanting to go work for a year and then go back? Usually most people start by getting a work permit, immigrating somewhere, and then they see if they like the place. If they like it, then they can start making steps towards permanent residency. But some people immigrate knowing they are going to look for permanent residency anyway. So if this is you, I'm going to let you know how you can get permanent residency, relocate, and live in New Zealand. If this is of interest to you, then stay with me to the end of the video. When it comes to immigrating, you need two things. Either you have the money or you have the knowledge. If you have the money, look for an immigration lawyer who's going to guide you through the immigrating process. If you don't have the money, then you're in the right place, because I want to provide you with the information so that you have the knowledge, and then you can go through the process yourself, and eventually you can immigrate to a new place, either with your family or just by yourself. You can even go and start a new family somewhere else. That the world is just so big and full of opportunities for us to explore. So today I would like to tell you that you're in the right place. Let's speak about New Zealand, how you can find work in New Zealand, how you can get permanent residency in New Zealand. Why do people like New Zealand? Actually, let me start from there. Why do people like New Zealand? It's a beautiful place. I've got a friend who went to New Zealand and she was posting really nice pictures. It's just full of nice sceneries. The trees are beautiful. It's warm. The summer looked amazing. So that's one of the reasons that people go to New Zealand. But then there are also opportunities in New Zealand for foreigners that would attract someone from a different country to go and want to work and live in New Zealand. Not just the scenery. Some of us are looking for employment and a way to better our lives. So if this is you, then you are in the right place. So just like most countries, when you want to immigrate to New Zealand, it helps a lot when you have a job offer. Yes, there's an option for you to immigrate without the job offer, but then you'll need to prove a lot in terms of how you'll accommodate yourself, how you'll provide for your family if you're going with them, how you'll provide for yourself, and how you'll sustain yourself throughout the period when you are in New Zealand. When you're coming from a third world country especially, they are very strict in terms of how much you need to have, in terms of just everything, because I don't know why the immigration system is so set against Africans. So, like, for example, there's a holiday maker working visa. There's a visa for people who are on holiday who can go to New Zealand for holiday and work, mostly for seasonal work, things to do with horticulture. It's mostly available to people inside Europe or Canada or America. It's not for people from Africa. For example, if you're from the UK, you can go to New Zealand, study, work, and be on holiday. But you can't do that if you're from, for example, from Kenya. You have to get a specific work visa for you to be able to go to New Zealand. Now, what is the point-based system for immigrating to New Zealand? This is just a system that is set in place like any other government, and then it helps them to choose the best candidates who are going to be of use to their country. Like if there are positions that are hard to fill, if there are positions that, like the locals don't want to do, the people don't just take anyone to come and become a permanent resident or a citizen of New Zealand. If you want to become a citizen of New Zealand, there are a few things that you might need to prove, and then based on the points or your score, you can then settle in New Zealand. Now, what are these things that they look at? First of all, you need to score about 100 points on their system, and then let me tell you about everything that they look at when you are applying to become a citizen or permanent resident of New Zealand. The first thing is your age. So the youngest individuals, who are between 20 to 29, are given the highest score, and that is 30. If you are 30 to 39, then you'll be given 25, and it goes reducing. The older you are, the more it reduces. So if you're 30 to 39, don't give up, because you still have 25. And then 40 to 44 are given 20 points. 45 to 49 are given 15 points only. And then if you're 50 and above, you're given only 5 points. But then there are other things that would be maybe beneficial on your point of view than someone who is 20 to 29. The second thing is family. If you have someone in New Zealand already who can become your host, when you're staying there, if you have family there, or if you have children already who are in New Zealand, then you're given 10 points. If you don't have any family, then it's 0 points. So if you're within 20 to 29, no family, you have your 30 points to begin with, but then 0 when it comes to family. The next point is work experience. If you have work experience that is up to 10 years, then you get 30 points. Now you see why these things work according to where you are at any point in life. When you're 20 to 29, do you have 10 years work experience? Someone who's 40 to 44 could have 10 years work experience. So they would have the points already working for them there. Then if you have only 2 years work experience, then you have 10 marks. Now the next part is the biggest part, and that is the job offer. If you have a job offer, you have 50 points. If you don't have it, you have 0 points. So for example, if I was 20 to 29, 30 points. If I had a job offer, 50 points. That takes me to 80, which is very high. If I was 40 to 44, 20 points. 45 to 49, 15 points. And then I have 10 years work experience. That gives me more points. And then if I have a job offer and I have 50, then already I will be very high. So it's just a way that they rate. Point-based immigration is not complicated. It's just how you rate and where you're ranked in terms of everything that you've got in your case. And that's why immigration is so different for everyone. Everyone has something that is different from someone else. And that's why when it comes to immigration advice, when you ask for a very personal question, sometimes it's difficult for me to answer, because it means I need to really research on something that is specifically for you. But when it's a generic thing, then I can put it all in a video like this. So I would urge you to always watch the whole video. And in the next video, you'll see that most of the things I speak about touch on each other anyway. The immigration systems are not very different. It's just a little bit of here and there. As long as you're updated, then you'll always be on the right path. If you've worked in New Zealand for more than a year already, then you gain an extra 10 points. So if you have the job offer and you've already worked in New Zealand for a year or more, then you have 60 points already. If you are between 20 to 29 and then you have 30 points. So 60 plus 30, that is 90. Mathematics, simple mathematics, but every little thing matters. And one thing should not discourage you, because you would have something working for you in another area. So that's all it means to immigrate to New Zealand on the point-based system. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Please remember to subscribe, share, like. Yeah, all these matter eventually. If you share my videos and you show me screenshots that you've been sharing on your Facebook and you've been getting likes, then you never know. Yeah. Cheers, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.